My stomach has started paining, so I'll start sweating. My voice. Good afternoon and welcome to ICU TV Lunchtime News. Let's take a look at the stories making headlines. Copperbelt Province Minister sets 5-month deadline for Mukutuma boarding school completion. UPND welcomes endorsements of President Hichilema'sLeadership. leadership. 1 dead, property lost as fire guts Kapalala market in Ndola. And in our international news, Australian triple murderer jailed for life over toxic mushroom lunch. And in our sports news, Zambia finalizes preparations ahead of crucial Morocco clash. With the news details, my name is Opalo Kasama. Copperbelt Province Minister Hichilema'sLeadership has given education officials in Lufwanyama district a 5-month deadline to finish the construction of Mukutuma boarding school. The project, valued at over 29 million kwacha and financed by the World Bank, marks the first boarding school in Chief Mukutuma's area. Speaking during a site inspection, Mr. Matambo stressed the importance of the school in reducing the distance pupils currently travel to attend secondary school in neighboring chiefdoms. He also instructs that all workers on the project receive their outstanding payments by the end of next week, as local officials cited issues such as limited water access and difficult terrain as reasons for the delays. The United Party for National Development, UPND, has expressed appreciation for the growing number of endorsements in support of President Hichilema'sLeadership leadership from various political figures and national stakeholders. In a statement issued by Deputy Media Director Situla Sikwindi, the party highlighted key achievements of the administration over the past 4 years, including reforms in education, agriculture, social protection, and economic management. The UPND notes improvements such as timely payment of retirees, increased constituency development fund allocations, and policy shifts aimed at transitioning farmers to commercial agriculture. The party describes the endorsements as a reflection of public confidence in the government's efforts to promote national development, stability, and inclusive growth. A fire broke out in the early hours of Sunday at Kapalala market in Ndola's Masala township, claiming 1 life and destroying property worth thousands of kwacha. The victim, yet to be identified, is believed to have been trapped in the inferno. The incident marks another tragic blow to the business community, with traders losing goods and infrastructure in the blaze. The cause of the fire remains unknown, but authorities have launched investigations. This is the 3rd time Kapalala market has experienced such devastation, with similar incidents recorded in 2017 and 2022, raising concerns over safety and accountability. A 40-year-old man has been killed and set on fire in Luambo village Chama district after being accused of witchcraft. The incident occurred between the afternoon of September 5th and the morning of September 6th, 2025, following claims that he caused the death of an 18-year-old villager. The victim, Rogers Gondwe, had reportedly been warned that mourners at a local funeral were plotting to kill him. Despite attempting to flee, he was caught and fatally attacked by an angry mob. His half-burnt body was later found in the bush by villagers. Police in Eastern Province have launched a full investigation into the killing and opened a docket. Authorities have condemned the act and urged the public not to take the law into their own hands. Police in Lusaka have arrested a 25-year-old man, Lazarus Nduba, for allegedly murdering his two grandfathers, Thomas Nduba, aged 74, and Thomas Longwe, aged 73, in Shantumbu village under Chieftainess Nkomesha. The incident occurred on September 6, 2025, and was reported the following morning after passerby found the bodies partially burnt and mauled by dogs. Lazarus, who was reported to police earlier for violent behavior and briefly detained before being referred to Chinama Mental Hospital, allegedly confronted the victims demanding to be taken to his father. The two victims set off with him but never returned. Police have since retrieved the bodies and deposited them at the University Teaching Hospital mortuary for post-mortem. The suspect is in custody, and police have urged families to ensure proper care for mental health patients to prevent such tragedies.
Challenge Police Station has recorded a case of murder which was reported today, the 7th of September 2025 at 07:30 hours at Shantumbu Police Post. The report was made by Mr. Chris Nanduba, age 49, of village Sachibondwe under Senior Chieftainess Commissioner in Lusaka District, who reported that his son Lazarus Nanduba, age 25, a suspected mental patient, murdered two of his grandfathers, namely Thomas Nanduba, age 74, and Mr. Thomas Longwe, age 73, both of the same village. The suspect further attempted to burn the two bodies. Brief facts of the matter are that on the 4th of September 2025, the complainant reported to Shantumbu Police Post that his son Lazarus Nanduba was exhibiting violent behavior. He was subsequently detained and continued to exhibit violent conduct while in custody. On the 5th of September 2025, the suspect was handed back to his father after police concluded that he required medical attention. He was then taken to Chinama Mental Hospital, where he received treatment and was later discharged. On the 6th of September 2025, around 20 hours, the suspect is believed to have followed his two grandfathers, demanding to be taken to his father, whom he accused them of not feeding him well. The two victims set off with him but did not reach home. On the morning of today, 7 September 2025, passerby discovered two bodies that had been partially burnt and whose faces had been eaten by dogs. Police were alerted and quickly visited the scene. The bodies have since been picked and deposited at the Investigation Hospital mortuary, awaiting postmortem examination and burial. The suspect has been apprehended and is currently detained in lawful custody as investigations continue. The Zambia Police Service wishes to express sadness over this tragic incident and further appeals to members of the public to ensure that mental health patients are placed under proper care and supervision to avoid similar occurrences. Thank you.
You're watching the ICUTV Lunchtime News. We now take a break. Coming up in international and sports news, Australian triple murderer jailed for life over toxic mushroom lunch. Zambia finalizes preparations ahead of crucial Morocco clash.
Bami wamwene kukupa basofu ate gift ya wedding wewe
kabampo ga honto kweswako
wei
sebo bujiti bajita kuti humbwe wa arwa kumumpa muzo
ale
they give one zo
basa sunu tusegelela akupobola nguzu ya mwanesu musanko yulage mwana mujende
Tamtorindira honeymoon.
Honeymoon yansa yebo tuni kurya honeymoon ndete kuya kusaka ka kupange maloko mbo tuni kukhala amije. Kuno mudaro lo bagamba kuti nantaka mihi mu Lusaka. Ishi ndi mubwa. Kitabaga ndijite classification bagandi sibe buya. Baga kuhema jana.
Iwe. Amanyini munganda mwana unkira mafia ngombe papeni. Na da bombe muno.
Lucky. Do you know me? Do you know my wife? Have you seen my wife?
Chiriku. Urefu atoka ne mochari mpiai.
Maybe I should go to the doctors.
Bambira ma doctor ati wabora hipondo tu.
Ah.
Chikaringa byani bantu nawe chakaringa byani wo. Oh.
Chachiringo kumichiringanya pamulesu wa mafuta.
Wow. I'm so impressed mura. Pesi ndari kwamba bakuti. Aya mahuta anonkira musimba. Imwe mwakasuba.
Thank you so much for staying with us. And now in our international news, an Australian woman has been jailed for life with no chance of release for at least 33 years for murdering 3 relatives and trying to kill another with a toxic mushroom meal. The jail term, one of the longest ever handed to a female offender in Australia, means Erin Patterson, 50, will be in her 80s before she can apply for parole. A Supreme Court judge said Patterson's crimes were the worst category for offending and involved an elaborate cover-up. Patterson killed her in-laws Dawn and Gail Patterson, both 70, and Gail's sister Heather Wilkinson, 60, after serving them a toxic beef Wellington at her home in Victoria in 2023. Heather's husband, Ian Wilkinson, a local pastor, survived the lunch after recovering from a coma and has ongoing health issues related to the poisoning. We now take another break as we get ready for our sports news. Stay tuned.
The Information and Communications University is driving the thrill for the nation in research and development. Enroll now for full-time and distance programs in the School of Engineering, Humanities, Business and Education. To apply, visit our website at www.icuzambia.net or call us on +260 211 221 662 or 0966 342 359. Sponsorship is available. Enroll now.
Welcome back. We continue with the news. And now in our sports news, the Chipolopolo concluded their week-long training camp with an intense session at the Levi Mwanawasa Stadium ahead of their FIFA World Cup qualifier against Group E leaders Morocco. Coach Avram Grant led the session, observed by FAS President Keith Mwemba and football legend Kalusha Bwalia, as several key players returned to boost the squad. With Morocco already qualified, Zambia is targeting a strong finish to secure a potential playoff spot as one of the best second-placed teams. The match is set for 15 hours in Ndola, where Zambia will look to capitalize on home advantage. That sports item brings us the end of the lunchtime news, but before we go, a quick recap of the stories that made headlines. Copperbelt Province Minister sets 5-month deadline for Mukutuma boarding school completion. UPND welcomes endorsements of President Hichilema'sLeadership. 1 dead, property lost as fire guts Kapalala market in Ndola. And in our international news, Australian triple murderer jailed for life over toxic mushroom lunch. And in our sports news, Zambia finalizes preparations ahead of crucial Morocco clash. Thank you so much for watching. That's all we had for you on the Lunchtime News. Do catch our main news at 20 hours. My name is Mapaloka Sama. Good afternoon.